It looks like Transformers is slowly recovering after a failed movie and cartoon. We've scaled down to a shorter runtime and budget. I believe we're in a money-saving era for Transformers. Anyways, I'll be reviewing everything that came out this month. The month of August 2025. And, I'm gonna be spoiling everything, so spoiler alert. So, episode 4 of Cyberwolrd. We have Alita 1 and Skybound racing, and then Prime and B intervene, and, the joke with B getting hit all the time was actually pretty funny. You know, he gets on top of Prime, boom, 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 the branches start hitting him, and then he transforms, and Prime gets on top of him, and then the trees start going under him. That was nice. Oh, dude, that part where, at the very beginning where B's like,
watch this, and
then, boom, 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 he gets hit. That was pretty cool. I don't like Alita's design. It's too buff for a girl's design. I just don't like it for Alita 1's character. I mean, we've had some buff designs for fembots in the series before, obviously, but this one just looks... I don't like it. She kind of looks like... never mind. I especially don't like the... I especially don't like the crotch piece. Like, why does the crotch piece extend so far? Is it like a dress or something? I don't know. We got Skybound in this, and then there's a nice little, the choreography for the fight is pretty cool. Oh, freaking Skybound mentions that he's killed Wheeljack and some others, and Prime doesn't even bat an eye. I gotta make a video on Optimus on how he's just like so jaded towards the Cybertronian race. I swear he's like just so willing to like sacrifice everyone for the sake of the Earth, but that's a topic for another day. But yeah, Prime's not bothered by this. Not like nothing. I mean, I am. I would like to see Wheeljack, but whatever. Maybe he's alive. I hope he is, but we don't have any toy leaks on him, so probably not. Yeah, the choreography was pretty cool, and I'm double checking something. Watching Skybound's transformation. Okay, wait, we don't actually see him transform. Okay, never mind. Yeah, so this was pretty cool. I think the comedy in this show is... Cyberwolrd for me is just like a show where you can just like get little chuckles. It's not really anything special. It's like the funniest Transformers show by far. So far. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's move on. So episode 4. Alita design sucks, and it sucks that we're not getting... and it sucks that we're not getting Wheeljack, so... whatever. Oh, and the jokes with B getting hit multiple times was pretty funny. I feel like Bumblebee's the punchline in the show, which is... this is alright. Alright, so episode 5. They're just in the city, and then Mirage is there, and he's a jet now. I don't like it looks like Mirage doesn't get any sleep, because when you look at him, he looks like he has bags under his eyes, or like, he's wearing like a mask or something. I don't know, I don't like his eyes. I'm okay with the fact that he transforms into a jet. Mirage is kind of like, Mirage isn't anyone's favorite character, especially before Rise of the Beast. Yeah, he's not anyone's favorite. And kind of this episode was kind of forgettable. I think the whole wheels thing was stupid, because I was just looking at episode. Okay, so in the episode, Alita corners Skybound, and then Skybound's all like,
well, I had wheels. Well, I had wheels the whole time, and you didn't know.
And it's like, no you didn't. I just watched episode 4 right now, and I didn't see any wheels. No wheels at all. And the reason why was apparently because Mirage was like concealing his wheels, but Mirage wasn't in episode 4, so continuity error, I guess. TFWiki, write that down. But yeah, not really much to write home about this one. Pretty forgettable. I mean, it's entertaining. It's entertaining. There's entertainment here, but yeah. I do like when Optimus uses his axe in this show specifically. He looks pretty cool. And I do like when Autobots fight against each other. Like, I did like that Mirage wasn't on their team. Well, right now, like Autobots versus Autobots. I like that. And your Optimus looks especially... his axe looks pretty cool in this show. So yeah, alright. Episode 6 is where Starscream, the Air Commander himself. I don't know if it was just me, because I only watched this once, but I feel like I can barely hear what Starscream was saying. Like, I feel like he was, like, either too far away or, like, his voice was too distorted. Also, I just feel like if there's one word I can use to describe this episode, it's distorted. Like, everyone I can hear and see everyone else perfectly fine. But when it comes to Starscream, like, I don't know, like, I also feel like I had a hard time seeing him. Is that just me? But it's cool to see Starscream in control, not be an absolute failure. Yeah. Also, Starscream totally wrecked. It took the whole team to take him down, so that was pretty cool. Alright, episode 7, last episode we'll be talking about for Cyberwolrd. This episode, Grimlock and Optimus get into a little game, and I think there's only a couple of highlights in here. Obviously, the very first one is the thumbnail you're seeing. If you look at the thumbnail, you'll see Optimus is like rolling on all fours, like he's like hiding behind the bush. That was pretty clever right there. That was pretty cool. And then, this episode reminded me of something. Before the show was even announced, I remember they said that this show was going to be inspired by mecha anime, and I'm thinking, and now that the show's out, it's like, in what regard is this meant to be like mecha anime? Because I don't... Where? But in this episode, Snarl was like doing the like anime thing, like speaking out loud, like, it was all like,
Alright, so, this opponent, so Optimus Prime, he's no match for Grimlock. Grimlock's like,
he's like talking like that. And then even Elita 1 does that. She's all like,
wait, why am I talking out loud?
so, those are the only highlights. And then, yeah, Grimlock teams up with Optimus. And then boom. So yeah, that was Cyberwolrd. Cyberwolrd, so far, I just feel like it's a nice, like, little chuckle show. Like, I've left more times at, Cyberwolrd than any other show, which is nice. It's nice to have a comedy Transformers show. Does anyone remember BotBots? Was I the only one who watched it? I mean, wait, I'm not admitting that. Cut. Alright, so now we have, Wild King, which I'm kind of surprised only one episode released for the month of August. I could not understand a word they were saying. I didn't even bother putting the subtitles on, because they're not accurate, so, you know, I just kind of watched. I saw Captain Volca power up and Megatron just go like, bah, and wreck him. And I think we haven't seen much of Captain Volca aside from him being on Megatron's arm, and his, seeing him, like, as a dinosaur, he looks like a chicken nugget. It's cute. It's funny. And then Megatron, like, turns black or whatever, and gets the N-word passed. But yeah, it's a nice short little fight. I can't understand a word they're saying. The animation is as stiff as usual, no face expressions, so... yeah. You know, there's flames, there's lava, there's black Megatron. And last but not least, we have issue 23 of the Skybound comics, so... if you haven't been keeping up with that, I recommend you leave. But yeah, this issue was pretty cool. Optimus Prime finally wakes up. Oh, and then Spark like he's alive in the Matrix. So that was pretty cool. And, I like the little arm that Wheeljack made for him. It's like you can, like, see not the veins, the wires. That's pretty cool. And then Ultra Magnus finally comes back. And, I mean, it's cool to see him back. He rallies the Autobots. I don't really like exactly what he's saying. He's all like, let's go out and die. Me personally, I know, you know, they're in war and I'm not. So, my point is that that's a terrible way to look at it, like, let's go die, instead of saying, you know, let's go win. I know the odds are really stacked against you guys, but still, I mean, you want to win, you don't want to just die. And yeah, this panel right here where, like, Ultra Magnus takes the whole page, it, like, kind of not jump scared me, it got me. I turned the page, and I was all like, whoa. Also, wait, where did Ultra Magnus get a sword from? Whose sword is that? And yeah, there's this big battle, and it's like, boom, it's pretty intense. Something I really like about the Skybound comics is that the art reflects the story, in the sense that, like, when I look at the art, everyone just looks like they're, like, out of fuel, like they're worn out. Like, they're hungry, they're starving, they're low on fuel, like, they just can't go on. And I really like that about the art. And then, apparently, what's his name? Skyfire. Apparently he's dead because there's a scene right here, or a page, sorry, where Optimus and Sparkplug sees his son, and he, like, holds him. And then there's, like, a parallel with Optimus where he, like, does that with Bumblebee. That was pretty cool. And then he does that with Jetfire. But that implies that Jetfire's dead. So that's the thing about reading comics, is that it kind of, since, like, it's a comic, there's no sound, there's no voices, no music, so you kind of forget things. I still remember some stuff, like, obviously some stuff's gonna stick with me, but, you know, I guess that's a good thing people dub comics. So yeah, the issue ends with Optimus, he has this classic line, "One shall stand, one shall fall." That was pretty cool. And yeah, that was then this year we got the one of the other pitch for G1. So if I'm remembering this right, there were two pitches. There was the pitch we got, where we got the G1 pitch, and then there was another pitch to have the show made for CBS. And it was very different, and this guy looks like a GoBot. So yeah, that was pretty cool. After watching Chris McFeely's video on it, I'm glad that we ended up with the Transformers we got, because I do not like this design. I mean, it's not terrible, but no, it just looks too much like a GoBot. And yeah, that was the month of August. Pretty good. So it was those episodes. So 4 episodes of Cyberworld we got, 1 episode of Wild King, and 1 issue of the Skybound comics. And the CBS pitch for G1. So, pretty good month. I'd rate this month, what'd I rate this month? I'll give it like a 6.9 out of, yeah,